everyone, and welcome back to As They Grow Up. This is Samantha, and today we are going to be talking about our week 22 homeschool update. Stay tuned. So guys, first off, I want to apologize for not doing a video last week. Time just got away from us and we were just like crazy busy, and I just honestly did not get time to do an update. So this particular video is going to cover 2 weeks. So we're going to be talking about 2 weeks. And not a lot has went on. Honestly, things are still going pretty smooth. We've had a few bumps in the road this past week. For some reason, they were just not feeling the school, and I've had them kind of dragging some days. But other than that, it's went well. We have not had any field trips yet for the new year, but we do have one scheduled coming up next week, so we're pretty excited about that. But for this week and last week, what have we been doing? Well, first off, I'm going to talk about Davis. And those of you who know, I'm part of the Homeschool Review Crew, which is an amazing opportunity. So we get to review homeschool curriculum. And each curriculum that we review, we review it anywhere from 6 weeks to 2 months, as far as the review goes. And we can apply for certain reviews. So recently I had requested to review the Homeschool in the Woods, their Ancient Greece curriculum, and it's for grades 3, starts at grade 3 to 6 maybe. I'll double check, but I know it starts at grade 3. So anyway, I decided to try that with Davis. We love Homeschool in the Woods. We have done their election, their president, their election thing that they have. I can't think of what it's called offhand, but we've done that. We loved it. We've also, right now we are doing one that I purchased for Benjamin Franklin. I'm doing that one with Luke because of his history is kind of falling in line, and we are talking about Benjamin Franklin, so we're doing that as a lap book. So they're just awesome. I will say though that there is a lot of copying, a lot. This is something that you just can't start. You basically have to plan it. And so that was one reason why I was quiet last week. I was doing all this. I was making copies galore. Let's just say I spent the better part of the week standing at the copy machine, the printer in my room, printing off this stuff. So that's basically what I've done. But anyway, we did get started this week, and I just want to show you some of it. This is where a lot of the work goes. It's called the Scrapbook of Sights. So a lot of the things that we're going to be doing is going to go in here. We've done mapping. We do have a timeline. And this is what I printed out for him. So we have the timeline here. And as we go through the lessons, we will affix the time on there. And so as you can see, and it doesn't go in order, you know, I mean it does in the history, but as far as on this, it kind of mixes it up, like Greek colonies, real estate, and all this, which then leads me to, you also create a newspaper. Well, I like the idea of a newspaper, but I really didn't want to deal with it falling apart and sliding, so I did bind our newspaper. I just thought it would be easier. So yes, it doesn't fully have the newspaper appeal, but it's easier for me to keep up with. Depending on the lesson we do, he's going to fill some of that in. And so he's done 2, and then he's done the real estate. And it's just really neat. We do postcards and things like that. And before we got started, we did a, this is his briefcase. Let me see if I can make this not fall. So we created a little briefcase. He's got the, luggage, and we have a luggage tag. And as we go, this is going to be toward the end. We're going to do that. And this is the travel log, my trip to, I left on, and things like that. So we kind of fill that out as we go. And but for the most part, this is not touched till the end is when this goes back. And then we also did a little passport. So it's really neat. So we had to create all of this. And that, like I said, it's a lot of prep work, but I have always really enjoyed their stuff. It is hands-on, and while I will say that I do get tears out of Davis sometimes because he's not one that really likes a lot of drawing and coloring. He never has, but he likes hands-on. When I say hands-on, he likes building and making things and creating. So when he has to do the drawing or things like that, I do get some tears out of him, but so far so good. Inside our notebook, we have our little postcard rack. This is just some things we have inside of it. These are all my lessons I printed out. We do, and then I've not put them in any particular order, but like here are some of the maps, and we have labeled those, and just stuff like that. It's really neat. You can kind of make it your own. Some of the activities we've done so far, I have made it my own to where it calls for, say, cardboard, a certain kind of cardboard. I didn't have it, so I made it my own. We did our own thing, basically, just so he could get the idea of the project. But all in all, we really like it. We have stops, and while the curriculum actually recommends a stop a day, it's a lot, and I have a really hard time. I mean, it takes a while with reading it and then doing the activities for it. So is what I do is we'll do the reading and stuff one day, and then the next day for that stop, we'll do the activity. Reading the next day, activity the next day. Some of the stops are going to have short activities, I've noticed. So eventually we may start combining them all in one day. But at the front, the activities were kind of long. So we just did that because it worked out better for us all around, from tiers and our schedule as well. But I'm looking forward to doing this, and I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on this. So there is that. His math, he's doing great. We are on lesson 99 in teaching textbooks out of 119, so he is doing great on that. You may be wondering why, but we started our school, we kind of, I won't say we do year-round, but some of the subjects we do keep going, other than taking like 2 weeks here, 3 weeks there, 1 week, you know. Math was one of those things that I kept going with, only because he struggles, and I wanted to keep it fresh in his mind, and I know that as we go, we sometimes will have to slow down and focus on different areas. So right now, he's on lesson 99. When he finishes it, we're going to take a break, and take a break from math, but we're going to just start focusing on, we're going to recap some things, and then decide, we've been talking about what math he wants to use for next year, and probably get started on that. We'll probably take about 3 or 4 weeks off and just go over our math facts and math games and just do stuff like that, and then start fresh again. But we haven't decided. We are reviewing, once again, as part of the homeschool review crew, I will be reviewing a Math Mammoth, and it is the 5th grade curriculum. I've looked at it, and I'm going to be looking at that more so. And that may be an option, I'm not sure, so we're just going to play it by ear and see how it goes. I personally like teaching textbooks because it shows him how to do it, and then, you know, if there's something that I have forgotten over the years, I can go back and watch it, and I can see how to do it, and I can help them. So I like that teaching textbooks does that. So I don't know, we're kind of tossing it. He's not crazy about computer-based work. I like that teaching textbooks does that lesson. We've tried Math UC, which I loved, and the only downfall with the Math UC is with us taking our end of grade testing in North Carolina, the math covered some things that we didn't get to in Math UC, so that was an issue as well. So we're just kind of thinking about it. If anybody has any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I will check them out. I'm always looking for something, so there's that. But other than that, he's done great. We had one rough day where he didn't want to do his school, but he did it. We got through it. It was great. So, you know, like I said, it happens. We all have our days. We all have our days. Even I have my days. And what has he been reading? Well, he finished up his Wimpy Kid books. I've got ordering number 11. So I always and I was behind on ordering that. So he started reading Dragon Breath series. I had those from a past review I had done, and I had read them, and they were so cute, and he never had much interest in them, and so I asked him to pull it out and try again, and he did, and he's liked it. He went through one, but he reads those like he does Wimpy Kid. I mean, they're like poof, and they're gone. So he's done that. And then 2 weeks ago, I introduced him to Little House on the Prairie. I loved Little House on the Prairie books and TV shows when I was little, and so being a boy, I wasn't sure if he would take to it. We had tried Farmer Boy in the past, and he just was not loving Farmer Boy. We have attempted Farmer Boy, I think, 3 times, and he just doesn't have interest. So I'm going to definitely attempt Farmer Boy again now that he's a little older, because we attempted it in the 2nd grade and 3rd grade, and he wasn't fond of it. Now he's in 4th grade, we're trying again. So we started with Little House in the Big Woods. No, Little House, the book that I had on hand. I think it was book 2. So anyway, we went to the library this week and he found the Little House in the Big Woods. So we have backed it up and we have started with Little House in the Big Woods and he loves it. We're almost done. I do this as a read aloud with him. So some days we do 2 chapters, and I've told you guys how he does when we read more than 1 chapter. But some days we do 2 chapters. But he really likes it. And then every night, well, we'll say 3 days a week, at least 4 days a week, 3 to 4 days a week, we all sit together as a family. So we call it kind of like a movie night, numerous movie nights through the week. And I have got the series of Little House on the Prairie. So we're still on the series number 1. But we are watching that, and each episode is like 45 minutes long. So they sit down with their hot cocoa, Ryan and I have our tea, and we watch Little House on the Prairie as a family, and we love it. Good, wholesome family entertainment. And he asked to watch it. He has really been loving this series, and so that makes me happy. So that's what he's reading, along with Dragon Breath. And he's getting ready to start Dragon Breath number 2. Yeah, 2. So that's what we're doing with him. Luke's doing great. He is flying through his math. He's telling me it's easy. I'm brushing him off. I know it's easy. It's 2nd grade math. Recall, he's 1st grade. I know this part's easy for him. That's why I'm kind of brushing it off. We're still doing it because technically it would be like him starting 2nd grade and it's going to recap what he's learned so far. But if you don't remember, we're doing Abeka 2nd grade with him, and I love it. He loves it. We are loving this math. By far, this has been our favorite. And we've done Horizons. We've done Rod and Staff. Davis did a different math last year. But I like teaching textbooks as well. But as far as a non-computer based math, I really like the Abeka. I've looked at that for Davis as well. But we are loving it so far. It's going great. Luke has been reading, he finished, what's Luke been reading? Well, his history, he's doing American history. And he loves reading. I think I showed you guys in a video the other day. I'll link it. The books that we got from the library, those have been read within 3 days of us coming home. So I kind of like take things back. So as we're going and we're doing our history, here are some things that Luke's been reading. Some of it has to do with our history, some doesn't. For a read aloud, we read The Bears on Hemlock Mountain. He loved that book. This was actually, we got this with our Sunlight curriculum for 3rd grade maybe. For Davis, it was one that they should read on their own. But we're doing this as a read aloud for Davis. And then now we're doing, what is that? Same author. Sarah Noble, I think. We're reading that one. And he loves it. We finished this book in 2 days. He loved it that much. He did not want to put it down. And yeah, The Courage of Sarah Noble is right here. This is what I'm reading with him now. We're almost done with that. I mean, we read crazy amounts because he likes it. So we do that. These are just books that I have read to him. I need to start pulling some that he's read because he does read as well. So, but that is one. It's not part of our history, but I really liked it, and it's kind of close to the time frame, I guess. So, what have we been reading history-wise? Well, once again, we're doing the Abeka history, 1st grade Abeka history, and so we've been talking about the presidents. Well, not necessarily the president. We've been talking about Abraham Lincoln, Benjamin Franklin, Paul Revere. We've done George Washington. And as I mentioned, we're also doing a Ben Franklin light book right now. But so the books that we read to go along with that, we read, and then What Happened to Paul Revere. And this also was a Sunlight book. I think most of these, this one was as well. This one we finished in a day, which shocked me because, I mean, it's not, but he just really liked it. Phoebe the Spy. And so he really liked this one. This one was with George Washington. That is all for this that we had got a couple years ago with our Sunlight. We've also read a picture book of George Washington. I'm iffy with these. I had bought these up when Davis was in the 1st grade, and I used these, and it's kind of like, they're not my favorites. I don't love them. There are better options out there in my opinion, but I don't hate them either. And since I already had them on hand, I just don't feel, I guess for a first grader they're good, but some of the information that he already knows, because he sat through Davis's American history last year, so he knows a lot of the stuff already. So I think it could use more information, I guess is what I'm saying, than what it gives. But anyway, picture book of George Washington. We read the picture book of Benjamin Franklin. Like I said, I bought these up. I don't love them, don't hate them. They're okay. They get the job done. This one was a fun one. He got this from his grandmother, who I think I've mentioned to you guys before. She's a retired kindergarten teacher. So she's got all these books. And George Washington's Cows. And this is just a funny book. If anybody wants to check this out, I'll leave a link down below to all these books anyway. But it's just really funny. The pigs and the cows and the sheep, and they're smart, and it's just, anyway, at the end he says, I'm selling the farm, I'm going into politics. But anyway, it's a really cute book. We also read Paul Revere's Ride. It's one of those, it's not my favorite, but we have other Paul Revere books that we've read, and I forgot to pull them, and I'll show this to you next week, but it's okay. It's the poem by, it's the Henry Wadsworth Longfellow poem. I lose him some, but I mean, the pictures really kept his attention. But this is just kind of a peek inside. Like I said, it's not my favorite, but we've used it. I used it with Davis, and I have probably used this 3 years out of the 4 years of homeschool, so there's that. But all in all, that is about it. We have, like I said, we've not done any extracurricular. They've not really done any crafts or activities lately. We've been doing a lot of reading. School, and well, I guess Davis's activities are going to be his ancient Greece, because it is a lot of hands-on. But that is it for us for the past 2 weeks. So thank you guys for watching, and have a wonderful rest of the day.